But you're doing things right now you shouldn't be doing, and I think the reason you're acting a little nervous is because you know you shouldn't be doing what you're doing right now.
I am not nervous. I am perfectly fine.
You seem a little shaky, man. So then what's your last name so I can file a complaint?
So I'm Keith DeVos, and I'm the CEO for the Special Commitment Center. I mean, I don't understand why you're in here.
Yeah, I don't need to explain that to you.
Right, but
well, okay.
What are you trying to record?
I'm right.
What are you trying to record? This is not a place for you to be.
It is.
It is not.
Look, I've got some business to do. I'd appreciate it if you get out of it. Hey everyone, I am free. It's September 19th, 2023. I'm in Steilacoom, Washington in Pierce County. I am here doing a story on the Department of Social and Human Services Special Commitment Center. That building right over there, you can see that white single-story one. This is the town hall. Apparently it's locked. That building right there is a DSHS facility that specifically handles the special commitment people in Washington State's society. These are people who have been specially committed to McNeil Island out there in the ocean. And these people have been deemed to be a permanent threat effectively to society. And that threat, even if they have not committed a crime, even if they've already served their sentence out completely, allows the state of Washington under its laws to commit people for the remainder of their lives to this special commitment center on McNeil Island. It's very expensive to run this operation. The Department of Corrections oversees it in terms of corrections, and DSHS is the one that manages it. That island out there is inaccessible to the public, so what I'm doing here is looking into a story here about information at the facility, the Special Commitment Center's facility, to get information regarding potential abuses that regard funding and whatnot for the Special Commitment Center.
Great working with you, Bill. You're quite the character. I know that you're a good worker. I trust that everything will go well for you in the future.
Hi,
Can I help you?
Oh, I will need some help in a second. I'm just checking the place out.
So this is DSHS. Who are you?
I'm familiar with it being DSHS.
Okay. Why are you here?
Well, got stuff to do.
For whom?
Myself.
Okay, but you can't just walk around through here.
Sure,
Is there anything that you need? Anything that we can help you with? Anything we can support you with?
No, just do my business.
Okay, but we have stuff in here. I mean, I don't understand why you're in here.
Yeah, I don't need to explain that to you.
Right, but
Well, okay.
what are you trying to
If I'm right.
What are you trying to record? What are you looking for?
I'm working on something, man.
For whom?
Myself.
Okay. But if you don't have any purpose to be here.
Oh, I definitely have a purpose.
Okay. And what is that purpose?
I don't need to say that to you. You're a public employee, right?
I am a public employee. That is correct. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to
I don't
understand
need
why
to
you're here. You're going through our roster of people that are signing in. I'm just curious why you're here. That's all.
Yeah, the public records.
Okay.
So what's wrong?
I just don't understand what you're doing in here.
I'm
I mean,
not
we have personal information and stuff in here.
Sure.
I mean, we got client information in here. This isn't a place that we that we allow folks to record in here. I mean, if you have a purpose to be here, if you want to meet with somebody, we welcome you to.
Already explained I got a purpose.
Okay,
I just don't need
you
to
haven't,
explain it to you.
right, but you also don't need to be in here recording.
If you keep saying right, that I'm right.
You're
why do you
not
keep
right.
saying-
I understand what you're saying, but please, you know, if you have a need to meet with someone, we would welcome you to schedule an appointment. But beyond that, I just need to understand why you're here.
I'm not going to explain that to you.
Okay, well then I would like you to please leave.
I'm not going to leave.
Well, this is not a place for you to be.
It is.
It is not.
Look, I've got some business to do. I'd appreciate it if you get out of my
But I
way.
don't understand what your purpose of what your business is
You
here.
don't need to understand. It's not your business.
Right, but this is our building, and
It's not your building.
I'm asking you to please leave then.
I'm not going to leave.
Okay.
Not going to happen.
Can someone please contact law enforcement?
They're
Thank
on
you.
the phone right now.
Okay, so we'll wait till they get here then, and then we'll
Okay.
have a conversation with them, and that'll be just fine.
What's your name?
Keith, what's your name?
Steve.
Steve. Okay,
What's your last name?
doesn't matter.
So you're going to make me do a public records request to get your name, to file a complaint against you.
Why would? Okay, well, when law enforcement gets here, we'll
I don't file
you're wel-
complaints with law enforcement about public employees in a public building.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So then what's your last name so I can file a complaint?
So I'm Keith DeVos, and I'm the
Okay.
CEO for the Special Commitment Center.
Okay.
And this is DSHS's
All right.
property. And again, we have client information and other things that is back here. So you are not welcome to walk back here. You are welcome to make an appointment. You are welcome to talk to us, and we can have a conversation.
Keith, it seems like you might be on any one given day a okay, decent, regular guy.
Yeah.
But you're doing things right now you shouldn't be doing. And I think the reason you're acting a little nervous is because you know you shouldn't be doing what you're doing
No,
right now.
I am not nervous. I am perfectly fine.
You seem a little shaky, man. I'm
Nope.
telling you, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. And I think you know you shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, well, again, I'm asking you to please leave. You've already walked into the building. There's nothing here for you to record. I'm just,
There absolutely is. You have no idea what I'm doing here or the reason of my visit.
no,
It's
I
none
know.
of your-
I've
it's
asked
none of
you.
your business,
I've asked you what your purpose
but it's
is.
legitimate. It's legitimate business.
Okay, well, again, if you're here for media purposes or something, we have folks that you can talk to. If you're here to meet with someone, you are welcome to set an appointment to meet with someone. I'm happy
Look, Keith,
to set that up.
I need to finish gathering my content here, so I need you to get out of the way because it looks like you're trying to escalate this preemptively.
I am certainly not. I've got my hand in my pocket. I am certainly not trying to
Okay.
escalate anything.
So I'm going to go finish gathering
well,
the content that I need to gather.
Again, I'm gonna ask you to please not walk past me. Please don't. Please
don't do it, Keith.
I'm not
Don't
doing
do
any.
it. I'm here to get business done that I need. It's publicly available information that I'm seeking.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate
So
that.
I'm gonna just get the content I need. I'm asking you not to abridge my liberty to walk around, and I'm also gonna ask you to not make contact with me.
I'm certainly
I don't
not.
want this to escalate.
I certainly don't
Okay.
want it to escalate either. Can we wait for law enforcement maybe to get here and have a conversation with them, and then from that point forward we can go from there. It'll
So you
just take a
want
few
this-
minutes.
You want this to escalate?
I
'Cause
certainly
you're
don't.
You're abridging my liberty to go around, and you shouldn't be doing that. You've got nothing that says people cannot go into certain places.
No, but we do have public information or personal information, client information that's back in here. So
let
that's
me
why
give you a random example. If you took one of those documents and put it right there on that desk,
Mm-hmm.
what you're telling me is you're doing the same thing in a publicly available space back there that you would be in that hypothetical example here. Why would you do that if you're the CEO? You know the public can go back there, yet you're telling me you're putting stuff that shouldn't be out there
No,
out in the
this
open
is
for public.
this is a work area for DSHS staff.
How's the public supposed to know that, Keith? Just
Well, I just-
whimsical declarations from the CEO. Today you don't want that to be a thing, and tomorrow you will? That's not okay, man.
Well,
You're a public employee. You should know
I
better.
am a public employee.
And you should be doing better if you're going to try to abridge people's liberty to gather content.
I am certainly not trying to abridge your liberty.
You may not be trying, but you're actively doing it.
Okay. Well, again, we happy to wait
Yeah,
for law
you-
enforcement to have a conversation.
I guess they're going to come down, but you need to understand you've already caused a problem here.
Okay.
You know I can go around in publicly available spaces. That looks like a lobby. That's an office. I wouldn't go into an office. That looks like a lobby over there. Look at the
It
nature
is
of the
not.
layout.
That is cubicle workspaces that staff are currently working in.
Sure, and I wouldn't go into cubicles. So what's the problem here, Keith?
Well, again, I'm asking you why you're here.
You don't need to know that. It's none of your
Okay.
business.
Okay. Well, let's just give it a moment.
You're a public employee. You don't get to just
I-
scrutinize at your whim citizens.
Okay. Well, I just, if we could just wait a moment, I'm happy to wait for long. And if they don't have a problem with you walking through, then
If they don't have a problem, Keith, they're law enforcement. They don't run this facility.
okay.
You know that what you're saying is not correct.
Okay.
Okay? So you need to stop. Oh man, why are you doing this, Keith?
Well,
Why are you
because
doing
I don't know who you are.
Do you-
and I
do you
and
need
I
to know
and,
who I am?
And I don't. Yes, I would love
You
to
do.
know who you
No,
are.
you-
I would.
do you
I would
need
like
to
to
know?
know. I would like to know who you
Well,
are.
sometimes we don't always get what we want in life.
What's that?
Just drive time.
No. Contact Amanda.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. So, just a moment. We'll get an answer for you. And this is workspace back here. Those are all cubicles and work areas.
There's a lobby for the workspace. How do I know that? Look at the receptionist's desk back there.
It's a walkthrough space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It's a
hallway.
publicly available walkthrough space. It's a hallway.
Okay.
Exactly, Keith.
Okay. With
So
open,
why are you blocking my way to go in there?
with open workspaces where staff are working.
Keith, let me explain something to you. And I understand you may not be aware of this. Okay, fair enough. Not
Okay.
everybody knows everything. I'm not a brain surgeon. All right. Restrictions in places like this are governed by time, place, manner restrictions. Courts at every level have ruled on these things.
Okay.
Time, place, manner restrictions allow public to go into publicly available spaces. You just said it's a hallway. That's clearly a receptionist's desk. If you have things that you don't want seen by the public if they come through, there's folders, drawers, baskets with covers, all sorts of things you can go down to Office Depot or wherever else and get to cover those. But just by putting stuff out in the open and then saying, oh, well, gosh, I mean, we got things here. I mean, you can't go through here because we left things out that are not meant to be out. So now the public can't come through here. That's abridging liberties. Look, you're not the CEO because you're a fool, right? So you should be able to understand the logic that I'm providing you right now.
Right.
That stuff shouldn't be out in the open. That's the whole point of it. Okay? So that stuff needs to get put away. That has nothing to do with me. That has to do with you as the leader of the organization.
Right.
So fix it.
But again, these are work spaces where people
But the
are
corridor
actively-
is not.
right. But the
eyes can't-
cubicles are open.
Hold on. The eyes can't be trespassed. Okay?
All right.
That was ruled on, what, 1948?
All right. Just,
are you doing?
Again, just one more moment. We're almost ready. Did you get a hold of her?
Not yet. I'm calling her again.
Or Virginia? Either
Man,
one.
you better get a lawyer to fix this quick. Seriously.
Well, I promise you, we're working on it.
You're causing problems for what I'm working on.
And I certainly don't intend to cause any problems. I just need a
Yeah,
moment.
but as the CEO, you should have foreseen what is and what is not public access. You and I now have established, we both know, that corridor right there, that hallway, or whatever colloquial term you have for it, is open to the public. There's a receptionist desk. It's functioning as a lobby. I agree with you, the cubicles I can't go into.
Okay.
I'm not looking to go into offices.
Okay.
I'm not looking to go into cubicles, right? That's all been well established by the courts.
Okay.
But
All
to
right.
try to prevent me, as you have, you
All right.
already blocked on camera my access
Right.
into an area I'm allowed to be.
Right.
Okay, then what are we disagreeing about?
Well, I'm going to verify, but also you're not someone I know. You've
You don't
entered
need
into
to
our
know me.
workspace. You're got your face covered, and
Yeah.
you're recording things in
Sure.
in a DSHS workspace.
Sure.
So I need to verify, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So because I don't know who you are, and I don't know
You
why
don't
you're
need to
here.
know who I am.
Okay.
You have no right to know who I am.
Okay. Well.
That's not,
Again,
that's not your liberty.
This is a workspace. Recording in here or being up front is one thing. Going and entering into our workspaces where staff are actively
I will
working.
not enter your workspaces. I will enter a corridor. I will enter a hallway. I will check in at the receptionist desk in what functions as a lobby. I'm not going to go into your workspaces. I've already been clear about that. If you want to walk with me, that's fine.
And maybe that'll be the case. Just a few more. I promise you. I will have an answer for you. Just a few more minutes, and then we'll work through it. I am certainly not trying to abridge anyone's liberties. I just need to verify, considering this is a DSHS workspace back here, and I want to make sure that everything is fine. And then certainly, if the attorneys say okay, then I will walk with you happily through there. Okay? Just please just I'm just asking for a few minutes to verify. That is all.
And look, I want to be clear. I have no ill will towards anyone in here. I'm not here
Right.
for anything like that, okay? Truly.
And thank you for that.
There's no reason for me to do that. I'm here for a purpose that is completely benign and just my own, but nonetheless benign. So what I'd like to do is just finish on my way to do this. Look, what would be probably the best solution here is if she can't get a hold of counsel right now, don't continue abridging my liberties. I'm being reasonable right now. If she can't get a hold of that attorney in the next minute or two, it's already been several minutes, I want to get on my way and do my business.
Okay. 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. And then I will walk through here if we can't get a hold of our
All right,
attorney.
you got it.
Fair
5 minutes.
enough?
5 minutes.
All right, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I do.
It's 11:58.
Yep. 12:03.
Yep.
Virginia on the line.
Okay, and what's Virginia say?
Well, I didn't know what else you wanted to, like, did you want to speak with her, or did you want me
Yeah,
to?
let me talk to her very
Okay,
quickly.
hold on
So,
1 second, Virginia.
yep, and then we can talk with them as well. So, come on in, please.
Sean,
Hey,
come on over and
Virginia.
talk to us for a second.
Hey, so someone has shown up. They're recording, and they wanted to walk through the business office through the workspaces, and what's down the hallway, all the way through. And so I am calling to see if they are allowed to walk through our building, recording through our work areas. Although I will say that he said he would not record the workspaces, he did say he would walk straight through and around the building.
Yeah, just the hallway and corridor.
But it is our workspaces. He said his name is Steve.
Steve.
He said his name is Steve. I don't know, he hasn't told us his purpose, just that his name is Steve and that
It is a
he has the
benign
right-
purpose.
He said it's a benign purpose and that he has the right to walk through our building if he wants to.
In publicly available spaces.
publicly available
corridors,
spaces.
hallways, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Right. Right. Okay. So. Right. So I don't believe there is a safety or security threat. He doesn't appear to be threatening at all. But he is recording, and my concern is we have client information and things that are out in these workspaces, and that's what my interest in protecting. Unless I consent. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you, Virginia. Okay, bye. Okay, so our attorneys are saying that there is no right to walk through and record without consent. And I cannot give you consent to record our workspaces.
So I can't record here. Is that what your attorney's saying?
Where you are, but that's our work areas back here.
Okay, so how
This
did
is
your
not our
attorney
works-
delineate between that and this?
Because that's where our client information is. That's where our
What
staff
if you
are
left,
working.
What if you left client information right there, like the check-in log?
Right. Well, there is no client information on the check-in log because we don't have clients that come into here, but we do have a workspace.
This
back
seems
here.
completely arbitrary and capricious.
Right.
So why is your attorney giving you arbitrary and capricious advice? There's a receptionist desk. There's a publicly available corridor.
Right.
The corridor does not have anything in it that has client information in it.
Right. But this is not a place where the public comes to.
It's not with those
receive-
signs. There's
right, but
nothing
it's-
on the door. There's nothing that indicates that. The fact that you're whimsically and your attorney is whimsically making these decrees is just simply abridging my liberty to go and access a publicly available lobby or a building in publicly available
Right.
spaces.
So you are in the publicly available lobby where you are right now. However, again, back
But
here,
what's
these
the
are
calculus
workspaces.
that's leading you to delineate in a articulable, rational manner that time, place, manner restrictions prohibit me from gaining access to that, but not here?
Because these are workspaces where
Yeah, and I'm not
DSHS staff are actively working. There is client information that they are
I'm not gonna
working
record
on
that
and
stuff.
other information.
My
that they
aim
would
is
be-
not to record that stuff. My aim is to record publicly available spaces like corridors.
Right. But this is not just a corridor. This is a work area.
There's a
for
receptionist
DSA.
desk right there.
It's a workspace. And he's not a receptionist. He is
Whatever.
he's
I mean,
an
you know what I
assistant.
mean.
He's
A
an
check-in
assistant.
place or whatever. You go there to meet with that person to potentially ask questions, etc.
So again,
Right?
that's
Because
not
you
his
don't-
purpose.
Because you don't have one here. It's obvious the way that the building is laid out
Right.
that that's the point and purpose of that location. You're preventing me from reaching a destination, which I have every reasonable right to access because of perhaps questions and other things.
Right.
So prohibiting me from going into a corridor, then what's the next step? You're going to prevent here, you're going to prevent on the sidewalk right out there in front because somebody might be waving a piece of paper or something?
No.
You may want to call Virginia again, man.
No. That is not so. I have not prevented you from being here.
No, I know, but
So
You're being arbitrary and capricious. The next step is for you to start declaring public spaces like this, which obviously we're not arguing over as being a publicly available space, to then whimsically saying, gosh, it's just we need an extra barrier. This now is no longer.
So-
That's the whole point of having time, place, manner restrictions. Publicly available spaces like hallways, corridors, lobbies are publicly available. The cubicles in those offices, I completely agree. They are not they are limited access.
Right. And I would also say that based on your recording, you've already seen the hall. There's nothing else to see.
I don't know if there's another hallway or whatnot going that way. I'm documenting the building itself. So what I'm saying is, why don't we meet in the middle here? Take a walk with me. I'll look at the publicly available spaces. I'm not looking to get client information or anything else that would be understandably private, but I would politely request that for the future, just simply have that stuff covered. That's an easy thing to do. Put in little drawers or covers or whatever and call it good.
Right. And had I been aware that you wanted to come through, that would be a different situation, and we could have a conversation about. But we're not prepared.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since you guys have already put a ring on it by your counsel giving you poor advice, I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
Okay, thank you.
I have a source that gave me information that you guys were leaving information out that you were not supposed to be leaving out, and that when that information was seen, allegedly people had managed to gain that information. And I don't know if anything happened with it, but it put people's information at risk. And this being a special commitment center, there's consequences of extraordinary amounts related to that material. So I came here to see if that's the case. The fact that you are doing what you are doing right now, and that you admitted that those cubicles have information in them that they should not have information in them, so that a casual person walking by could see it, affirms to me as the CEO of this organization that you have done wrong. You have not led this organization in a manner that is fit for protecting information that should be protected. Why is that the case?
Okay, well, again, workspaces where staff are actively working on things related to clients.
You're conveniently
would be
skipping past
appropriate.
the part of a publicly available hallway. I have every reason to believe right now, and this story will go out and indicate this, your attorney, Virginia, is likely very well aware of the fact that this is publicly accessible, but by the information you provided to that attorney, your counsel for DSHS doesn't want DSHS having a bigger problem. She's just basically making a decision between two civil issues right now. One, the issue of I could capture information back there, or the information of abridging my liberty to go back and access places that Virginia knows I can access. She's betting on which lawsuit, which problem is going to be weightier. She's going with, let's mess with the journalist and roll the dice, right? And see where this goes, black or red, rather than go with just automatic fail of me gathering content that shows you are not doing what you need to be doing to protect that information. You have literally admitted this on camera at this point. You've admitted that in those cubicles, somebody could walk by if they had an eidetic memory, they could look over, see the information, capture it with their own memory, and now done. Why are those doors not closed? Why are those doors not marked with signage that says this is a publicly unavailable space? There's signs that say authorized personnel only, restricted access. You could put a badge reader on there that locks it, that you swipe, but you haven't done this. And the other information I have from a source has led me to believe that not only this is correct, but other information subsequent to that, relating to information already released, already attained by some people, is already out there. I think you've stepped in a pile I don't think you want to step into, Keith, and unfortunately your attorney has given you really poor advice, because how's this going to look when it gets out to the people of Pierce County and Western Washington State? Not going to look good, Keith. Not going to look good. Do you have any other comments you want to make for this story before I'm done?
I do not.
Okay, so just want to make sure you are prohibiting me based on counsel's advice, Virginia's advice. What's her last name, by the way?
Lagerstrom?
Lagerstrom, okay. From going into that publicly available hallway corridor.
Yes, I'm following my attorney's advice.
Well, I mean, I get why you're doing it, but I don't know if she got her JD from like Seattle City Law or some other poor location like that, but that's pretty crappy advice, man. I'd get a second opinion. You may want to ask another DSHS attorney. So I'm going to finish gathering content from those logs that I need to get. I'll submit some other public records requests, but I think you may want to make a call really quick to another attorney within DSHS. This is a problem of a magnitude I don't think you fully appreciate at this moment. We good?
Okay.
All right. All right. What do you guys need? Anything?
Nope. We're just chilling.
Oh. You guys just come down to SDC and hang out? Did you guys bring some rock stars?
What's that? Rock stars?
Yeah.
Energy drinks? No.
We're thirsty. Come on. Public service.
Is that what you drink? Rock stars?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like the, what's the other, Monsters. I like the white
Monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
I don't know. I try to stay away from energy drinks nowadays.
Yeah, you drink more than one a day, especially if you have coffee in the morning. It's not going to turn out well.
Yeah, especially now, like I'm not graveyard anymore either, so it's
Fair enough. All right. Well, I mean, I'm just gathering some content here, guys. Did I hear you say Sean earlier?
Please.
Sean?
One of you said Sean, or was there another person here, Sean? Okay. All right. I'm assuming you don't have a card for your attorney.
I do not.
Okay. I will email you if I could get a response that gives me, maybe an email address for her so I can reach out to her. I understand that you're caught in the middle of this, and I totally understand why you're going with counsel. I don't think your counsel's right, but we can civilly disagree on that. But I would like to email her and see if this is what it seems to be, which is basically some sort of a cover-up because you guys haven't been, covering your documents and stuff right. Just like you wouldn't leave these documents out here. You know what I mean? You've obviously done that correctly. You haven't put people's private information out here, but you have it back there, and I should be able to walk through that corridor, and this affirms that you have that stuff in a place you shouldn't. So anyways, wish you a good day. Hope you have a great Mount Rainier trip next time. So take care.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys have good. You guys got your body cams active?
Oh no. So we have like audio only. So like they've been
What?
they've been
Seriously?
Kind of a pain in the ass. We're going to having full body cams, but
That's
right
good.
now we just have audio.
I mean, that's just as good for you guys as it is
Yeah.
for anyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you have video that like syncs to your vehicles?
Yeah, we have in-car dash
Okay.
cams, like dash cams and stuff.
So like with Tumwater, that's what they do. They do audio.
Yeah, so like we're older department, so like they're transitioning still to Axon. So we just
Problem because
got
it's expensive.
yeah, so we just got the audio stuff, and then it's like the union stuff. They have to come to agreement. To,
Don't unions make things so easy?
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, it's always
yeah.
it's
So
always
I'm
good
just
stuff.
ready for Axon. I love them.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.